photos that are very artsy as well as somewhat bondage looking, some would say. None of this was changed. All of this is what they bought from this creepy dude who owned the place prior. And as you can see, there's always one customer still left behind even when the store's closing, so Haute Couture is going to ring her up. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel and another episode of my Sims 4 soap opera Let's Play series, The Rich and the Fabulous, episode 8. Now today's going to be a filler episode, and I know that that might kind of annoy some of you, but it's to release the tension a little bit until we get to episodes 9 and 10, which are going to be full of drama. And then episode 10 will be the season finale for this current season of The Rich and the Fabulous. Now, right now, as you can see, we are going to be playing as the Couture sisters, Haute Couture and Model Couture. And today we are going to be featuring a business that they recently bought. That they bought from some guy. And so it has to do with photography, and the business has to do with, doing photography, selling photography items, and so on. And the name of the business is called Killer Shots Photography. Now you might be wondering why it's titled that or why it's called that, and all will be explained to you when we feature the business. In the meantime, I want to update the girls' fashion wardrobe a little bit, because we are going to be taking some new model photos for them today for their model resume or portfolio. Now you might be wondering why they need to, because they're successful and so on, but I wanted to update it because we're going to take some photos of them, and because they're rich and they can do that. So as you can see, we are currently in Create a Sim, and we are going to create some new outfits that are going to be really chic and stylish, but also on brand with the Couture sisters. So with that, let's get into the fashion montage. Okay guys, here we are with the final outfit looks for Haute Couture and Model Couture for their updated fashion photography portfolio, so that they can show everybody that, you know, they can do other looks as well as the looks that they already have. So with that, let's go to the store. Okay, here we are at the store, guys, and as you can see, this is what the front of the store looks like of Killer Shots Photography. Now, we're going to take a quick tour of their new business, which sells photography items like cameras and, you know, batteries and stands and lights and stuff like that, as well as selling, you know, photography like pictures and so on. And along with that, they also take pictures of people, so they also do photography. Now, the Couture sisters have been in the fashion industry for, you know, years, possibly centuries. So they kind of have a leg up on, you know, what's in trend and, you know, other stuff that has to do with the business of fashion. So photography is a big part of that. So they wanted to get into that and see what, you know, it was like to run their own business, you know, while they're also models, you know, to see what it's like for the normal average Joe Schmo, you know, who runs businesses and stuff. And as you can see here, pictures of their workers, or rather I should say their employees. These are pictures that they took of them and then split up into different parts and then put on the wall to kind of show, you know, the artsy form of their photography. And as you can see, here's some of the cameras and stuff that they sell, as well as other photography over here. And as you can see, these are some different type of, you know, photos that are very artsy, as well as somewhat bondage looking, some would say. And as you can see, they also have some outfits for sale for, you know, people who like to take certain type of photos. They don't judge. And there's the bathrooms and the lights that they sell and stuff, and their counter or whatever. Now, here's where things get interesting. They bought this store from a guy who was in a, you know, hurry to sell. And they didn't quite know why, but as you will see why. These are photos of their employees again. You know, in case those photos out in the front get sold, they can replace them with those. And so this is kind of like the medium room between, like, you know, where the front of the store is and where they go to, you know, go eat lunch or whatever, where the break room's located, as you will see here in a couple seconds. Now, to get back onto what I was saying, the guy who sold the store, he was very shady and weird. And the sisters didn't quite know why. You know, they didn't really ask questions. They just kind of wanted to buy the business. And they wanted to keep the business as it was because they wanted to not mess with something that I guess was already making that guy pretty good money. And as you can see, there's a basement area. Now you might be wondering, why would that be suspicious? Well, you're about to find out. It's suspicious because, as you can see, there's kind of a roped up area where there's statues, a bookshelf, a door that goes to somewhere, and then there's a whole mirror on the side of the area, and then where they have their photography set up. Now, as you can see, that's where people come down into the basement. And this is kind of like stuff that they have out that's roped off that could be sold up in the front of the store. And you might be wondering, where does this door lead? Why are these windows here? Well, you're about to find out. Because this door leads to a sauna. And you might be asking, why is there a sauna in, you know, at the bottom of this store? Well, the Couture sisters don't know either. And so here's where this door, that's not really a door, which is a bookshelf made to look like a bookshelf but is a door, leads. It leads to this secret compartment room where you can watch people in the sauna. And then it goes to this area here where there's an entire bedroom with lights, cameras, and a creepy mannequin wall, as you will see here in a couple seconds. And these windows, you can see out to where people are getting their photography taken, and a chair to watch on the opposite side of people in the sauna. But like I said, here is the creepy mannequin wall. None of this was changed. All of this is what they bought from this creepy dude who owned the place prior. Now, if you at all watch, Kelly K-Pop's YouTube channel or watch some of her Let's Plays on Facebook, you will know that this guy that I based this shop off of and this guy was a serial killer. So the Couture sisters don't know this, but he was a serial killer, and this is what he did. He would take pictures of people and then kill them and then go into, there and watch them die in the sauna as he would lock them up. Now, the Couture sisters didn't know this when they bought the place, and they still don't know this. So, as one could say, it's being turned into a legitimate business. Anyways, as you can see, here they are taking their photos with their new outfits so that they can update their model portfolio. And so, with that, let's watch as they take some photos and have a photography montage. And here are the final photos that I edited myself from the photos that the Couture sisters just took. Here is Haute Couture's edited photo, and here is Model Couture's edited photo. Both of these edited photos I posted on my Twitter account, so all you have to do is look in the description below and you will be able to find my Twitter. And now we're going to pretend that these two photos here that are on their basement wall are those edited photos. And yeah, so with that, let's open up the store and get this business starting. And as you will see, you'll see the employees' uniforms, and pretty much everything about the store is the same. The employees' uniforms, the store, everything, the look, everything. The Couture sisters didn't change anything. The store is pretty much the same, just without the serial killing. And yeah, so the store's open, and let's watch as our employees come in and then our first customers. Also, I'm sure you guys are probably asking yourselves why the Couture sisters at all would be working or wanting to own a business. Well, it's for the mere fact that it's kind of like a hobby to them. I mean, they're rich and they model every now and again, and they just like to have something to do in their spare time. So this is what this business is. And as you can see, these are everybody's uniforms. They didn't change the uniforms for the employees after they bought the business from that man. They kept everything the same. And so as you can see, there are the employees, and that's their uniforms. And look, our first customer. And so all of the customers in their store can buy photography equipment, these photos, they can buy the lights, the cameras, all of that stuff, these clothes, everything that's on sale, that's up in the front, they can buy. And so as we can see, the model and haute couture sitting there, and they're looking at everybody, and the employees are relatively good employees. They worked here with the other dude, and they're working here now that the Couture sisters own the place, so they definitely aren't going to get fired anytime soon, even though they're sitting here talking and not at all working, taking selfies instead of helping the customers figure out what to buy. And now we see Haute Couture talking to a customer saying, what would you like to buy, sir? There are many things here. In fact, we offer photography. We can take pictures of you or your loved ones. And you can see that everybody wants to be huddled over into this corner for some reason. All the customers seem to be really enamored with the high-end camera equipment that's over there, and there's, Model Couture, talking it up, saying, all this stuff is really super valuable and you'll only be able to find it here. We're models and we're high fashion models, and so we know everything that there is to know about, photography. And so you can see that, she's still talking it up, and so is Haute Couture. She's talking it up, saying, you would like to buy these clothes, and take pictures in them because everybody would like that. And as you can see, everybody's really huddled up in that corner, and the employees are talking up the camera equipment and talking about how, it's really good. Oh, and look, Haute Couture is having her first sale of the day. And so, as you can see, we just made $1,000 on that one camera purchase. And so that's pretty good. I mean, a lot of the equipment in here is high-end equipment, and that's what they tell everybody. They're like, this is high-end photography equipment that if you really want to get into photography, this is the best of the best, and they would know because they're high-end fashion models. So, they're surrounded by that stuff every day. And it looks like we got another purchase for $1,500 and another $1,000 purchase. So things seems to be going pretty well. I mean, I know they're rich and they're models, and so they have a lot of money already. And there goes a $260 purchase. I know they have a lot of money as it is already, but this store is kind of like a hobby and they make extra money from it. So they actually do a pretty good job. And so I think that the Couture sisters are going to close the store now because they are kind of in the red. So they have a $250 deficit, but that's only because they have to replace items that were sold out. But for the most part, they do make a relatively good amount of money with this store. And there goes the mass exodus of people as we close the store. And there go our employees in their very raunchy style, very sexy uniforms. And as you can see, there's always one customer still left behind even when the store's closing. So Haute Couture is going to ring her up and make some money off of that. And then we will be closing the store and heading home. Now, before we close the store, Haute Couture likes to pose in the mirror before, she goes home, as one does when they are, leaving to go home. So with that, let's go home. Okay, so here we are at the Couture sisters' residence after having been at their somewhat profitable business. I apologize that today was a filler episode, but I really wanted to showcase their new business that they acquired and what they do, for a hobby, even though they already have jobs as models and just being rich. I promise that even though today was a filler episode, that episodes 9 and 10 won't be filler episodes and will actually be filled with a little bit more drama and just drama, period. And so I would like to thank you guys for watching my content, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel inclined to do so. And once again, I would just like to thank you guys for watching another episode of my Sims 4 Soap Opera Let's Play series, The Rich and the Fabulous, Episode 8. And thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.